Most businesses are missing out on Google's goldmine. And of course, I'm talking about SEO. If you're busy and maybe feeling a little overwhelmed with all the options to grow your business, well, what if I told you there is an easier way to tap into a stream of customers who are already looking for what you offer? But there is a catch. It's not always straightforward, and making the wrong move in SEO could cost you more than just money. I'll cover that in just a moment. So what if your SEO efforts became supercharged? Well, think about an engine. Adding a turbocharger on top of your engine is going to feed it more oxygen and get you a bigger result from the exact same engine. So think about your website as an engine. Putting that SEO turbo on top is how you can do that. And you do that by integrating external help. Get an agency to integrate with your business so that you've got that turbo brains of people who are absolute experts in this field integrating with your own engine. That is the integrated way to get the best possible performance from your existing engine by adding on that SEO expert. Their diverse skills enhance your team's efforts so that you'll smoothly transition to understanding the importance of how to get the best SEO results. That's exactly what I do in my own business. We have an external SEO agency plugged in to my team. So everything we put on our website is informed with keywords and research. It's monitored, tracked, reported, and measured by our external turbocharger SEO agency expert. Have you ever wondered how an outside agency can grasp the heart of your business? Because I imagine you might be thinking, well, how would they understand what we're trying to do? So this is really like tailoring the suit to fit your body. You've got to share with them your goals and what it is you're trying to do, but a good agency will certainly ask you about that. Agencies will tailor the SEO strategies to fit your business needs, not just plugging you into some exact same template that they push all their clients through. They're going to sit down and ask you what it is that you're trying to achieve. What do you sell? What does a good conversion? Who are your best clients? Which keywords are you already ranking for? Where do you need the help? What are you just within reach but not quite achieving with your website? And they'll transition you to those goals and then monitor and adapt. How can you ensure that SEO strategy is up to date, keeping up with the times? Well, I guess it's like your vehicle. You have to continue to have regular services, and they'll plug it into the machine and update the software in it and keep it running smoothly. Your agency has to be involved in SEO discussions and strategies, and they should be a leader in the field so that they have the best information. If they're working an SEO strategy that's 5 or 10 years old, forget it. It's all changed, especially, and I mean especially, with AI, because now we have a once in a lifetime opportunity to feed the AI machine with the best inputs about your business, and how you're positioned on SEO is going to determine how AI is presenting your reputation, your business, your brand. So I want to ask you a question. Is all your content pulling its weight? Because recently I discovered that of the thousands of posts on my website, only about 900 of them were actually ranking and getting traffic and backlinked. There was a couple of thousand pages of posts that were wasting resource. They were a waste of time for Google to crawl and index, and they weren't doing anything to make sales for my own website because they weren't the best structure, they weren't the best topic, they weren't interesting enough for people to link to. They were just there. So what did we have to do? We had to prune it. Just like a garden, we had to get in there and prune back all the weeds and the shrubs and look for the actual really interesting features. And when you prune back a garden, it looks a bit savage at first. And I can tell you, if you can let go of the ego of having wasted time and energy and effort building these pages that are just going to be deleted, you will get a payoff. We leapt forward. I actually went from result 100 to the first page of Google for one of the phrases that I really wanted, because after we pruned, Google was able to easily know what my website is about, and they were able to reward me because we made it easy for them. We said, hey, these are the pages that are important to us. This is what we're about. Now you can understand us, and don't waste any resource crawling all these useless pages that are just confusing and distracting you. So if you bring in a good agency, they are going to analyze your content, and they are going to set up a plan for you on which pages you should keep and which pages you should prune. Now, do you want to know how to get the best out of your in-house SEO expertise? Basically, just like any master craftsman, you bring in an expert. If you had blacksmiths, you would basically have them work under a master of that art. You would have them go and learn from the best in the region, for example, and then come back and use that, apply that in your own business. So when we have our expert SEO integrated into our team, we're actually training our team and they're learning that SEO muscle over time, how to do it. So when you bring that agency, your in-house skills will lift because you've got that training and guidance from the external agency. How do you keep your SEO strategy in perfect sync with your business goals? Well, that's where you need a well-conducted orchestra. That effective agency is in sync with the team, so you come up with a reporting cadence and method. We hook into our SEO company's app and they load up tasks for us, for my team to do. And they also send a short Loom video explaining to us where we're at and what we need to do. And sometimes they share with us a spreadsheet of web pages showing us which ones are probably a good idea to get rid of or to update. Why is having an internal SEO champion crucial? Well, a big mistake that I see is you get an agency to help you, but then there's no one in your team to help that person. It's like a ship docking up to another ship to help you out, but there's no ladder. There's no way to cross between it. And that's why it's good to have a point person in your business who can relate to that SEO agency contact. In my team, I've got my webmaster and someone who's in charge of content integrated in our little Slack channel with our SEO agency so that we can have a direct communication back and forth. And that gives us the perfect streamlined communication channel. And why should you think beyond immediate SEO results? I mean, this is the thing. SEO is a longer term game. So what happens is people get stuck in this state of, I'll think about it soon because I need results right now. And I know SEO is a long time, so I'll just put it off and do it a bit later. And then it gets put off and then it gets put off. And you know what? You never get the result. SEO is literally that scenario of the best time to plant that big old oak tree was like 50 years ago. But if you can plant that seed today, at least you'll have something in 3 months, 6 months, a year from now. It doesn't have to take a long time. For example, if you've already been going without great SEO, what you might discover is that you've actually got pages on your site doing nothing that need to be deleted. You can get great SEO results fairly quickly by removing things, not adding things. And then by tuning and adding in correctly, then you can leap forward and be ahead of all your competitors who are enjoying that massive free-for-all in Google, right? It is still a huge thing as we make this video in 2024, massive. How do you keep your SEO strategy ahead of the curve? Well, I guess it's like having good weather forecasting tools. I like to surf and I have an app or two on my phone that tells me what the wind and the waves are doing for the next 2 weeks. And I can plan around my schedule on maximizing my surfing opportunities. It's exactly the same with SEO. What's happening with AI? What's happening with the big search engines? What's happening with the testing results in the market? If your agency can be in tune with that and communicate that to you, you're not going to be stuck behind. What makes an SEO agency the right fit for your business? Well, you have to get a service provider who's going to align with your business and be the right agency. So they're going to have a discussion with you about your values, your goals, what a good partner looks like, who you've worked with before, how that went, why did it end, and what would success look like. If you can discuss those things with your partner and you discover that you're a good fit, give it a shot. So remember that turbo on top of your engine is how you're going to get the maximum output from what you've got. I'm a firm believer that it's probably unrealistic that you're going to have in-house SEO unless you're a massive company. If you're a smaller company like mine with a team of half a dozen people, get that external agency, just bolt it on, integrate it, and get it absolutely performing. To this day, we still get double digits of our traffic and sales coming from SEO. That's people going to search for the answer to a problem and we rank for it, whether it's revenue share deals, whether it's business coaching, whether it's membership model. I'm getting those inquiries and turning them into customers because of SEO. And here's the thing, SEO really only works if you have the right partner and you put in the time and the investment to make sure that you do it correctly. It's not just buying a packet of backlinks from some outsourcing agency, okay? That's not SEO. How did I get SEO firing? Look, I used to own an SEO business. I ran an SEO company with dozens of staff. We were doing $1 million+ a year in sales for SEO. We had an amazing track record. We went for 7 years and then I ended up selling that business to my number one customer. Now, here's the thing. Quite a few of those people from that business are now working with a partner of mine called SEOleverage.com. And SEOleverage.com is who does my SEO. And they are the first port of call that I would recommend for you to check out for your own SEO. Have a chat to them. Let them look at your website. Tell them what your goals are. Share your vision and see if they think they can help, because I know if they say they can, they can.